first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 20. Six-yard line.
I got homies that can sleep with them. Gucci and Chanel, walk up in the spot like they were popping in. Don't pop up for me cause I'm rich and popping in. Yeah, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun, it's Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working from the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to have the Packers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Doing, he'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
Now Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They find some open field here. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard
So
line.
how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lock. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lock. Open man. He completes it to Judy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Shotgun snap to Lock. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but But to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs for different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Gordon on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Lock working out of the gun. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Lock. And he's got his tight end fan. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Got it open there. It's Valdez Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll find his running back, Geis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they might need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Lock going to hand it off here to Gordon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Lock now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will have the Broncos 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Lock. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Lock. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. He's going to have to hook up to Sutton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Again, it's Lock. And it is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. the decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
23-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third and long, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. From the gun, Lock. But it's Sutton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
15-yard line.
This is Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Lock. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Packers 3. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because we're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he will be taken down. A big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A gain of 5.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
This is Geis. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose,
get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers get a score closer. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They look to throw. It's Lock. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Lock. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lock. His throw incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. This is the tight end fan. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's is maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Lock going to throw.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in the walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it, and all off